Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. Welcome to the Tisch WNET studio here in the heart of Manhattan. Chef Danielle Boulud, thank you so much for joining us. Does anyone else ever mispronounce your last name?
Yes, but it's okay, as long as they spell Danielle right.
And tell me about the foundation. It's the Ment'or Foundation, right? That you are the chair of?
So, yes, absolutely. With Thomas Keller and Jerome Bocuse and myself, we established the Ment'or Foundation. And it's really about raising first education to young chefs, to really help young chefs to have the chance to get grants, to be able to...
Those are colleagues right there.
Yes, voilà, absolutely. And to have a chance to support young chefs in their continuing education, which is very important. And so we have competition. We have made a national call of young chefs, and they are between 22 and 27. And they will be competing in 4 different cities. We have New York, we have Miami, we have New Orleans, we have San Francisco or Los Angeles.
That's wonderful.
And those young chefs will have to do a competition with a protein and 3 garnish, 2 hours to compete and serve 8 people. And the 8 judges are part of the Culinary Council of Ment'or, who is about 40 to 50 of the best American chefs.
Let me ask you. I often ask actors and authors and scholars and others when they knew that they wanted to do a particular thing or be in a particular field. When did you know that you wanted to be in this field?
I think when I started cooking at 14.
14?
And yes, 14.
Where?
In Lyon, in the heartland of cooking, I will say, and sort of the crater of cuisine in France. And at 17, I knew it, and that's what I wanted to do. And I wanted to work for the best chef I could work for. And that's what I did for 5, 7 years, where I worked with some of the greatest chefs in France. And I think it was about being mentored. And the Ment'or Foundation is about today inspiring young chefs to choose their mentor well, and if they don't have the chance to work for a great mentor and they're a great cook, to at least have the opportunity to stage and to be able to travel maybe the world and spend time in a restaurant where they get a grant for that, and we pay them 3 months in Europe in one of the finest restaurants just to continue their education. And I think for me as a young chef, it's all about being well mentored.
It's about mentoring, essentially, because you had the opportunity to be mentored, and you want to make sure you pass that on, clearly.
Very much.
When did you come to New York?
Oh, I came in the early 80s, so I had the chance to see already 3 decades of growing talent and nurturing young talent in America. And I think Thomas Keller is the same way. We were working together in 1983 at the Westbury Hotel on Madison Avenue. And we have been very close and very committed to not only education, but inspiring young chefs. So there is a competition. Ment'or is an umbrella in a way of taking care of many things, besides grants and also scholarship. We manage a competition called Bocuse d'Or, and Bocuse d'Or USA. It's like the Olympic of cooking.
Bocuse d'Or?
Bocuse d'Or, yes.
Before you go any further, we actually, Paul, do we have any video of that? Let's show some video of Bocuse d'Or, and we'll talk about it. Let's go to the video.
Un plat japonais absolument magnifique.
What were we just looking at? That was wild.
That was a glimpse into the competition. This is happening every 2 years in Lyon, and Paul Bocuse himself, 25 years ago, decided to create the Olympic of cooking.
The Olympics of cooking?
Yes, in a way, and there's 45 countries entering, and only 24 will compete in Lyon. from all over the world, and this is the most challenging and the most rewarding competition. We support this competition because we believe that this is about inspiring, this is about nurturing, but it's also about making greater chefs and showing to the world that America have the finest chef as well.
Now, in your restaurants, I'm curious about this. How much of a role do you take in leading and managing as opposed to cooking?
Well, it's a daily role of cooking and managing. I don't cook everything from scratch. I cannot cook everything on the menu either, but I choose to sometimes work side by side with certain cooks on the stations.
You have 7 restaurants in New York.
Well, yeah, I have many kitchens to watch, but I have also an executive team helping me into that. Of
Now, what are we
course.
looking at right there?
This is Danielle. And this is the restaurant where
Over on 65th
I'm home
Street?
base. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's your home base.
That's my home base. I live right above the store, and I work. My office is there as well.
Wow, and what are we looking at there?
The dining room.
The dining room.
And it's quite a.
Do you have a
beautiful
hand in the
setting.
design as well?
Of course, I'm involved. I think, like every chef, we are involved in every detail of the experience to the guest.
Every detail of the experience to the guest.
Of course. At the end, everything we do, it's about making sure that the guests feel the commitment, the talent, the care, and really the personality of one's chef.
Before I let you out of here, I want to ask you this question. Are you a fan of many of the reality cooking shows?
Well, I can tell you that cooking reality show are inspiring, cooking reality show are entertaining, but they are not the reality of our business. And I think if anyone dreamed to become a great chef one day, I don't think it should start with TV. It should really start with finding a good mentor. I think that is the most important thing. Finding a good mentor, it don't matter if it's a small restaurant or a big restaurant, as long as the chef is committed to quality, is committed to excellence, and is committed to teach someone to be a good chef.
Well, Danielle, I want to thank you for letting us understand more about the reality of being a chef as opposed to what other people think.
And if anyone wants to know more, of course, they can go online at Ment'or.
We had your website
BKB,
up. Yeah,
absolutely.
right there. We have it up the whole time.
And that will give you all the information of the goal we try to really accomplish with that.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you
Stay
very
right
much,
there.
Steve. Thank you.
This is One on One. We're at Lincoln Center. We'll be right back right after this.
One on One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. This special edition of One on One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Meridian Health, Felician College, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, Cone Resnick, Investors Bank, the New Jersey Education Association, and by the Ohlendorf Center. Promotional support provided by NJ Biz, All Business, All New Jersey, and by the New Jersey Business and Industry Association and its monthly magazine, New Jersey Business. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.